Um, I am live now. I don't really. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't really understand why now my face looks kind of lit, while sometimes it doesn't. Well, I'm not a video guy. I don't fucking know. I want to make a music video for a song that already exists but isn't finished yet. But it doesn't matter because we can just replace the audio later on, and I kind of want to make a video now because I don't know. And I'm going to do that with DaVinci Resolve using some Fusion stuff. Keep in mind, this is not a tutorial and I don't know shit about making videos. I'm not a video guy at all. Like, I know I make YouTube videos, but like, you've seen my videos, you know that I'm not a video guy. I just do very basic stuff and I have no idea how DaVinci Resolve works. I know basically nothing about that software. I know how to do like 3 or 4 things with it, and that's it. But so basically I'm gonna just make an export, and I have like a plugin in DaVinci Resolve that can do audio reactivity. And that needs 16-bit files, so I'm gonna export to 16 bits. And yeah, the chat doesn't seem to be working very well right now. I don't know if there's anyone there or not. I'll check that out in a second. Let me check if I'm even live, because sometimes this does act up. Yeah, I'm live, so that's something. I'll just close that window. I hope you can hear my system audio. You should be able to. I need to do something a bit different today. Yo, what up? Ah, there you are. Yeah, sorry about the project file thing. That will unfortunately only load in Bitwig 6. So if you ever do have that, let me know and I'll send it your way. But till then, you won't be able to open it. Also, there's Jordan there, license to chill, I think. Yo, what up? 3.39, and then. So yeah, we'll need this render as a basis, both for the audio reactive plugin and the other thing. And then I have like some video material that I basically want to use as kind of the raw material. I just went outside at night and like filmed some streetlights. So it's just like basically black. Okay, now I'm on your D, I guess. Now I'm in stereo. Yeah, that's something I think with opening DaVinci Resolve, sometimes it messes with stuff. Let me just see. Yeah, just let me know when you do. I mean, maybe when you get it, it'll actually be a finished live set. That might be cool. And then I'll send it your way. So, yeah, I've got like some. You can see this kind of stuff here, the streetlight type clips. So that's what I'll be opening in a second. What's cursed? Are you getting some weird audio stuff right now? Because you might be, because I'm doing something a bit weird. The video stuff I'm doing, I'm warning you already, if you are a video editor that knows how video editing works, do not watch this. You will not enjoy it. You will hate it. Because you're gonna see me do stuff that makes absolutely no sense. Okay, yeah, I think it's because for some reason DaVinci Resolve and also Bitwig and stuff, it can mess with the audio engine and can also for some reason reset my OBS settings sometimes loading up DaVinci. It's been a pain. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the song and 3.39. I don't know what to call the song yet. I'll need to figure that out at some point too. Put it in the video thing here. And then basically want to just get it in here. And I looked at something earlier where there was like some kind of thing where you could, but I might not be able to figure this out. There was like a setting in here somewhere where you can, but it's not too important if I can't find. You can somehow make DaVinci Resolve have a BPM grid, which I think is pretty cool. But I yeah, I don't care enough to figure it out right now. I just do it visually. I can see where the song section starts. So I have these videos here. This one actually is just nonsense, but like these here, this sort of stuff. So I just kind of find matching videos for the song sections, I guess. One of the... Yeah, this is the wrong format, so this one doesn't work either. It's stuff like this here, you know. So ideally I'll have enough for the song section, so I'll just try to find the song sections and find matching ones. And then we'll put a load of effect on them, so that it doesn't matter how bad they are. So this is like kind of chill, so maybe something like this, yeah, something fairly simple. And then we can... I think there's like a retime controls. Yeah, so I can just change the speed of this, I think. Yeah. So I can just kind of make it... I think this is like the kick drum, right? Where's the fucking kick drum? Somewhere like here. Goes in frames, so whatever. And then what we're gonna do is just... yeah, I've never looked into them, to be honest. I'm very lazy when it comes to videos. So I just kind of do what I know. So what can we use for this? Maybe this one here. And then make sure this roughly lines up at least. And for this song section, I think we can take something. I've had like one that's pretty active here. This one here. This is good, I think. We can use this for the glitch bits. So if I do show retime controls, I think... Where the fuck is it? Control R. I could just memorize that. So we go up to here. I just love waveforms where it's really loud and then it goes complete silence. I don't know. Something about that makes me happy. And then we want this clip probably. Actually, no, we kind of want this one here, I think. This one looks cool. No, that's this one. This one, maybe. I think this one is cool. That'll work. And yeah, the goal is to make these clips completely unrecognizable, but we're gonna do that in a second. I think that goes there, and then maybe... Oh, I don't know what we do here. Maybe this one here. Snapping can be a bit annoying here. Well, yeah, there's something like this here. Okay, and then what do we want here? Maybe something cool. What's this here? This looks... Actually, that kind of, I like the blue. I feel like the last section of the song kind of feels blue. So we want to keep that for that, and then maybe we put this one here, this very bright one. And I'm basically just using these as noise I can feed into my effects here. Get the retime controls because it's not long enough. Where are the retimes there? So we can just kind of make it longer. And we just want to find the kick drum here. Hey, don't move. So yes, I'm not used to the zooming in DaVinci. I'm very bad at this stuff. Because my videos normally don't involve a lot of editing. I think it's probably around here. That'll do. Get this one here. Let's get the retime again. And then what do we put for the last one? Maybe. Is there anything we haven't used yet? I think this one. This one will work. It looks fine. Yeah, that's nice. And then we can make a cut here. It's long enough. So yeah. So basically what we want to do now is, well, first of all, we want to kind of decouple these from their audio. So we unlink them and then we just delete the audio, and then we take all of these and move them down a track, and then we can delete these tracks here. Voice could be louder. Okay, yep. This is better or still a bit louder? And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of these in one Fusion clip. And wanna get one layer of kind of basic FX on here, so we just go to the Fusion thing. I'm talking like this is a tutorial. You shouldn't take my advice on how I do this. This is horrible. Whatever you're gonna see me do is all stuff I have not watched a single tutorial on. It's just stuff I made up. So I kind of want... Okay, let me know. If not, I can quickly change those. The track is very loud. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'll also just turn down the track a little bit. Is this like a good relationship, or is it... Yeah, just... So, we want to have some kind of basic wiggle in terms of brightness, I think. So I think the goal is to just... I don't want too much saturation, to be honest. So I want to move one of these here. I think I want to... I don't quite understand what happens if I modulate this. So this is like, these are like modulation things, kind of. Can modify this with, and I have like a plugin that can do audio. But what I do not understand is which one of these two is it gonna move? Because like, how am I gonna see, I guess? So I can browse and then I can get my audio file in here. And 3.39. And this is how I make all my music videos, by the way. So what's gonna happen now? Okay, so I want this to move from... I want it to have the unsigned average. And I want it to move from maybe like... no, I want it to move from maybe 0.8 to 1 or something. Or actually 1 to 0.8. That's not quite enough. Let's make 0.6. Let's make it 0.3. Let's take a look at this and some different song section. That's like obvious. Doesn't do very much, so that's not working. Let's set it from 2. Okay, so it should be the opposite. So let's do 2. 2.1. Looks a bit better, right? So if I get like here, it's very dynamic. This video is, by the way, there's some delay. This is going to get fixed when it renders. Okay, so that kind of works, but it's a bit much, so let's maybe make this 1. No, let's keep it, actually make it 5. And let's make this 0.3, something like this. So you can't really judge the thinking because there's a ton of latency and this doesn't do latency compensation very well. So now I think what we can do is we can enter the fusion clips somehow. I forgot where you can do that. No, not open in fusion page, open timeline here. And now we can kind of edit these individually, kind of do different stuff to each of them. So like, we're not getting audio here, which I guess isn't ideal, but it's fine. And I just kind of want to like turn this into fusion clip, and then we can open this and put some different effects on this thing here, just to kind of make it more interesting. So I don't know, I'm just gonna put some random bullshit in here. So let's like start just with the hue saturation, sorry, brightness contrast, turn saturation down, get the contrast up, the gamma up, and then I don't know, there's like weird effects here, like we can like put like a maybe like a raise or something, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I think if we just that's cool actually, I like that. I've never used that before, so let's connect that with the audio modifier. Get the same file. And I think, yeah, we probably want the unsigned average, unsigned median, and then we maybe set it to higher range, and maybe put like 1 here. Maybe make this 20 or something stupid like that, or 50. That looks cool. I was surprised that actually looks decent. What's the trails do? Is that like a filter of some kind? Can I just put this in here? So. And then let's also just get the median here and just. Yeah, I'll never use that, so I'll keep that in mind. So this works, and then we kind of basically do a different thing for every clip, I think is the basic idea. So we can like go to this bit here. And make this a fusion clip, and then maybe on here we try something different, like what I've been like templates. Let's see, anything cool in here. Just kind of look for these They're basically like different modules here. I don't know. Maybe like a vortex. I don't know. The vortex often looks a bit cheesy. Yeah, you can see it's a bit. I don't think that fits the vibe. Let's actually start with a color correction first. Yeah, so I just take saturation down a bit, take contrast up a bit, take then we maybe just get the, what do we do? Edge detect can be kind of cool. I think once again this is a bit, yeah, I kind of like that. And then I think we do, before the edge detect, we do the mirrors. Where do we find the mirrors? This one here. Put like a mirrors before the edge detect, and we just put like a bunch of different ones. And I move them around, and then it'll look like a trap video. Which is always the goal, I guess. And then I think it'll probably look a bit less cliched if we just modify these mirrors with like a shake, which I think is just like a random LFO. Yeah. Ah, nice. So he is aware. That's cool. So if we move this mirror a little bit. By the way, if anyone here hasn't seen the journals compilation, stop watching the stream immediately and go watch that instead, you fucking idiot. I think this is kind of cool. Maybe put another mirror in here. And then maybe we do another color correction after that. Kind of this kind of thing. Gain. Oh, that's nice. Gain. Bit of lift, contrast down. No, contrast up. Yeah, this. Oh, I kind of like this. And then maybe we do a bit of warping as well. Just because I don't know. I think it's in the OpenFX. Yeah, like a ripples or something. Yeah, I assume the link Jordan sent is journals compilation. So we just kind of make these triangular shine direction, vertical shine height, shine size, shine ripple frequency, something like this maybe. Oh god, that's horrific. No, let's not do that. Maybe just a bit of waviness. Just kind of wanna get the straight lines out of there a little bit. That's maybe a bit stupid. Yeah, maybe low scale and just kind of horizontal. Strength, phase, speed. Maybe a bit much. I think that's fine. Let's move on to the next one. So what's this gonna be? This is gonna be the glitch. So we kind of want this one to be pretty chaotic. So we start with the color correction. And yeah, I don't know why I can't hear audio while doing this, just how it works. I don't understand the software. I already told you that. Turn the saturation down for this, turn the brightness down for this, turn the contrast up for this, turn the brightness up for this. We don't want an edge detect on this, I think. What could we do? What could we do? What's a grid warp? Can we just kind of... I think if we just do the grid warp, and then we like automate the size or something, no? Maybe not. No. No, I don't do anything. Nah, I don't understand this. Let's not use this. Lens distort. Lens distortion model. Quite extreme. And I think if we just put like an audio follower on this as well, that would be nice. And then we do kind of want, maybe we want another mirrors and stuff. So let's just get the mirrors. Something else. I don't know. Don't know what half of these do. And by half of these, I mean like I don't understand any of them really. What does? Yeah, I'm too stupid for this stuff. Let's find some. Zoom blur, I think, tends to look kind of cool. And then we put shake on this maybe. Then what's the one called that we used? That's like the where it has the weird light stuff going on. What was that called? Take a look at that very quick. So we did something here that looked kind of cool. Called arrays. Let's find the arrays. No, we're on the wrong fusion clip. I want to look at this one. So let's put the arrays. Well, this is still the wrong fusion clip, isn't it? Or is it trails? No, it's rays. But why is it? I want to look at this fusion clip. Open in fusion editor. Where is it? Open in fusion page. This one. I want the arrays. Put this in here. And put decay down. Blend down, weight. And we can kind of do exposure. Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking sick. I think if we just put like a shake on this. Nah, that's stupid. Let's delete the shake. I want this in the middle, yeah. I want to stay in the middle. Maybe we put a shake on there, but we just put like a tiny, tiny shake on there. No. Remove keyframe. Modify with shake. But then we make the shake amount like super fucking tiny. Like this and this basically. Even less, like make it really just around 0.5. Be smooth, I guess. Then we just kind of put this over, whatever. And then we put maybe mirrors before that. And then we just put a shake on the angle. But this time I do want the shake to be quite a bit quicker. Why is it not doing anything this time? Make this 360 maybe? Yeah. Hell yeah, that kind of works. So if we look at this back in the original timeline, I think it'll be cool. This doesn't look very cool. Looks kind of... This bit looks like it needs work. Open in timeline. So this clip. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, this does not look fun. I don't know. It's shit. Let's maybe put something else on there. So take the edge detect off. And take saturation down, take brightness up, take contrast up, take brightness up, take gamma down, take lift down, take gain up. Then we want the radial. No, we want the zoom blur. And then we modify this with an audio. So we get -0.1 up to 1. -1 to so on to, okay, so something like this, I think. Maybe make it unsigned average so it's a bit smoother. I think this works. That's a bit cooler. So what do we do for this bit? This is kind of like the breakdown, right? So probably something a bit more chill. Hmm. Just like a glow. I don't really know what glow does. What does glow do? Can I make this more aggressive? He's also subtle. I don't want subtle. I don't enjoy subtlety. It looks horrible. Maybe light rays. It's light rays. Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking sick. So, can we make this brighter? And then we maybe just modify this length with audio. That's fucking sick. I'm discovering a lot of new effects today. And then I do kind of want to just find something. What does this do? On a light. Why not? I think this is just like completely overrides the input, maybe a bit much. What's optics? Oh, this is interesting. Maybe if we use a different... That'll work. I think this is fine. And this section is, I think, that the darker section. So I think what we want here is actually we want an edge detect, probably. And then some other shit. So let's open this and put an edge detect. I don't know, I just like how edge detect. I think edge detect is basically like a 2D high pass filter, is my basic understanding. So it kind of favors quick change over slower change, so it kind of makes it look exaggerated. In this case, it kind of looks evil, I guess. That's a cool effect, but it looks a bit like a shitty music video, which I mean it is, but people shouldn't notice that it is. Let's find something called light, point light, spotlight, ambient light, directional light. No, I want something cool. Just put, what happens if we just put matrix on here? Okay, no. What's lens leaks? This looks interesting. Number. I don't get it, but I like it. Make number variance really high. Make lifespan really low, maybe. Lifespan variance really high. Velocity. Can we make it kind of... I don't get it, but like it's interesting. I know that looks stupid. Make the angle different. Yeah, angle kind of works. What's the color? No, that's all fine. Maybe if we just put these on here and then we put like a mirror before that. So we just kind of get like mirrors in here to make them all weird. And then maybe we make them a bit less intense. And then we... I feel like this is gonna kill my PC, but whatever. It's trails. Trails was cool, right? Let's... How do you make trails bigger? These effects are too subtle for me. I want something that looks fucked. Let's put rays on here again. And then let's move the mirrors around maybe. Position, modify with perturb. No. Modify. Get rid of that. So what does this do? So if we just modify this with a shake maybe. Make it less smooth. And kind of give it a higher range. 360. And then this is maybe a bit intense still. So let's maybe... Well, let's maybe make multiply. And we'll need to take the blend up again. That kind of works. And then we modify this with audio again. And scale to 5 and get the... Okay, so we're about halfway through. What's this? So this is gonna be the... Oh, that's interesting. I misjudged something, but that's fine. So this is gonna be... I think if we just open this in Fusion, we can start getting a bit lazy here. So we just take this, copy this, and open this, and paste this, and take this away, and this away, and then we just put this in here. Get rid of this and put this in here, and it'll all look great. Yes. But the edge detect doesn't quite work on this. Let's take the brightness down, and let's take the blend down. Okay. And then maybe we do a bit of different color correction on this as well. Because I feel like, I don't know. More gain, less brightness, more contrast, less contrast? Less saturation, for sure. So we do that, and then we take this one here. And we copy that too. And we put that in here. Put this in here. Dip, 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 dip. Genius. Okay, so let's just make sure the color correction works for this. I think that's pretty cool. And then yeah, we want... Where's the glitch bit? This is the glitch bit. We want this for this bit. Open in Fusion page. And you can kind of tell, yeah, I'm not I don't know, I enjoy making videos too much, I just kind of have to. So I inevitably kind of get lazy. This looks decent. Now we put another mirror in. Bring that here. Here. Or maybe kind of make it rotate around. Nah, it's fine. And then this last bit should have the same effects as the first bit, just because it's because it works, I guess. Because I don't want to come up with something new. So this is all done, so we can go back to the main timeline. So the idea is that this now is a cool music video. This won't be properly time synced, but ideally we've just made one, and then we can just replace the audio later. Okay, so one thing we should probably do is add a bit of gain to this clip. This one here. This feels a bit dark somehow. Let's open that in the Fusion. Just like put a bit of gain on it. So fine. This also needs a bit more gain. So a fairly easy fix. And yeah, so let's try rendering this. I don't know if I'm gonna render this on stream, but like, no, we want the main timeline. Let's see how long this is gonna take to render. Might take too long to kind of show it on stream. I don't know how long this took us actually, but yeah, this is, I don't know. This is how I make music videos basically. Yeah, less than an hour, so yeah. I don't know, it looks alright. It doesn't look great, but at least there's some flickering lights for people to look at. Better than nothing, I feel like. Probably, maybe. I might put some more work into this. Get some better source material or something, I'm not yet sure. But, yeah, it seems like 3 minutes. We can wait for that long. I don't know if there's anyone still there. I would recommend that you don't ask any questions because my answers will be bad. But yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know, maybe someday I will actually learn to use DaVinci Resolve properly. But I don't really need to. And care to. It's just like it's just video editing. I make sounds. I don't make videos. Well, I do make videos, but I make videos because as a means to an end, really, not as an art form. My glass is so damn small because I don't know. I picked a small glass. It is very small. That is true. I don't know. We have small glasses, I guess. We also have bigger ones, but really. So yeah, everyone that is watching should go watch this here next, because this is important. This also has like a real video by someone that knows what they're doing, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is Journals compilation. I don't know what else. Is there anything I can show you while there's nothing going on here? You should buy the sound design concepts book. You should buy basically everything I sell. You should buy, of course. I think that's obvious. I can show you some mixing concepts. What's coming? So, yeah, these are all the episodes. Let's just maybe give you a sneak peek here, so we don't get bored. So yeah, these are all the episodes with the thumbnails. You can see the thumbnails kind of all do the same stuff. And there's like a lot of stuff coming. Next one is on dynamics and kind of volume automation. Here's one coming on kicks. Yeah, there's quite a few coming on kicks, because kicks are kind of important. Kicks are not very exciting, but they're very important. Something on spectral sidechains, something on soft versus hard clippers, or clippers versus limiters, of course. Some stuff on EQ and what it can and can't do. Some weird discoveries I made about sidechaining, panning with delay. I've kind of talked about this a few times. Pitch shifting in parallel is huge. That's like really cool way to get clean, basically like a clean alternative to saturation almost. Although I didn't used to think of it like that. Using vocoders for mixing, using why meters are kind of shit, and I have another video as well why oscilloscopes are better than meters. I have something on odd and even harmonics and kind of Chebyshev polynomials. The coolest one is probably one on, I have one on compression somewhere that like kind of went off the rails a little bit and started talking about transient shapers a bunch. It's kind of cool. Type B saturation is cool. Submix is useful, not very exciting, but very useful. Transient management, kind of important, especially if you make weird and noisy music. Yeah, these compressors are transient shapers. This will release way into next year, episode 61. But this is probably the best one in the series. I don't know, at least personally, there ends up being some grid stuff and such. I don't know, I like grid stuff. Yeah, reverb, spectral reverb techniques. I've kind of talked about this before. Transient sends are very useful. Upward masking is just kind of important. Priority sense can be useful in certain very complex mixes. Resonance is, yeah, important. Volume meters and faders are full of shit. Yeah, de-essing is kind of something I used to not quite get, but it's really quite simple. Why it's necessary. Key tracking as EQ can be really cool, especially if you want to keep things very clean and kind of natural, and unfiltered. Oh, I'm tired. Fucking 7 a.m. for me. But yeah, yeah, that's the mixing concept series, and I put together a PDF on that if you wanna like get like a summary of all the episodes, and you should go buy that. Splits, no, I don't own that one. That's the only Applesoft plugin I don't own because I don't do much vocal mixing, to be honest. When I'm gonna do the rap album that I want to work on with someone else, I might buy it. I'll probably buy it at that point, or like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this is the book. But yeah, no, I've never used splits, but splits is very cool. But splits kind of works on the same principles of why volume automation can be cleaner than compression. Like it kind of mirrors just doing things manually. This is the book. Yeah, exactly. It's like splits is a cool idea, but if you don't do vocal stuff, it's like it's obviously just for vocals, basically. Or like very, very clearly focused on vocals. This is very cool. So something on split EQ and stuff. Oh yeah, all very good, very nice. You should give me your money and watch all the episodes and like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. What else? Join the Discord. Go watch the journals compilation. And also, Jesus Christ, 7 minutes remaining. Yeah, this is taking a while. What else can I talk about? Yeah, there's also a sound design concepts book. I mean, look at my assets here. Maybe I have something cool. Can't really do much Bitwig stuff while this is loading. These are assets I use for thumbnails and stuff. These are pictures of all of Bitwig's modulators. Because oh yeah, I wanted to do a stream once making a tier list of all my plugins, but I kind of ended up not doing it. But I have pictures of all sorts of plugins prepared for that, I think. Yeah. VST pictures. I have some more. Yeah, in here. Pictures of all the plugins I've used. That's very fun. What else? I have a ton of intros. I need to make new intros. I feel like the sound design in my intros isn't up to it anymore. I feel like I can do better now. Yeah, the piracy research that's for the video. That is actually genuinely piracy research. I don't know, I talked about this thing where I wanted to make this video about like pirating music plugins and kind of maybe some of the ethics around that and who does it, and like interview a bunch of devs around it. But I feel like everyone just kind of agrees on it, so it's kind of boring. It's like, yeah, it's better to pay people, but if you don't have the money, I guess it's fine to pirate. So that's no point making a video about that, because I feel like everyone just kind of thinks the same, and there's like nothing to say about it really. Maybe one day I'll find something interesting to say about it, but it ended up being a lot less exciting of a topic than I hoped it would be. What else do I have? I have nothing interesting to show you. I'm not really working on much right now. Well, I'm working on music and this kind of thing and work for clients and stuff, but I got an MP3 player, this thing here. And for some reason, this has like really sophisticated settings. Like it has an EQ, and that EQ is oversampled. And it has like, it doesn't have very many settings, but one of these menus is just different oversampling, downsampling filters you can choose. So for some reason, this cheap MP3 player lets you pick between like minimum phase and linear phase filters with different slopes for your downsampling filter, which I found very funny because it's like very no one that's gonna be getting this MP3 player is gonna know what a downsampling filter even is. No, I don't know any Applesoft secrets, and if I did, I would probably not leak them on stream. but only in Discord or something. But yeah, I don't know anything about the future. I know that there's gonna be updates for Opalize. There's some stuff he's working on. I don't know when that's coming, but basically some linear phase filtering that he wants to put because he thinks then it'll sound a bit better. But other than that, I don't know what he has planned. I only basically know what the newsletter tells us and stuff. Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, I've been wondering when her reverb comes out. I think a granular manipulator thing would be really nice from her. I feel like with her kind of style of UI, that would be really cool. And like, I don't know, that kind of plugin, I feel like everyone does it so differently that you can't really have enough of these style of plugins. Oh yeah, another thing I can talk about maybe. I don't know, if it's only Jordan watching, this won't be very exciting, but maybe there's other people here as well. We started this thing. Yeah, manipulator is fucking expensive. It's the infected mushroom thing, right? Apparently manipulator is how Underscores does all her vocals. There's like tons of manipulator in her project files, if you watch her breakdowns. Producers Monthly. Yeah, this is like an emails newsletter we're starting. I need to annoy people so they actually contribute to this, but basically I've put together like a team of people, of volunteers, and we're going to be putting basically, if you've seen the Tom Scott newsletter, kind of like that, so just like a monthly thing of, these are the coolest tutorials that we found. So like not videos by me, but like videos by other people on the internet, because the YouTube algorithm, you may be aware of, this is kind of shit and kind of shows you, sometimes it shows you cool stuff, but a lot of the times it kind of shows you stupid stuff and stupid clickbait. So this is kind of trying to work against that, kind of rewarding stuff that's just actually high quality content and not just stupid bullshit that people click on YouTube. And I don't know, some people signed up. 28 people signed up for it already. The first issue will come out in January, which is when you'll get a better idea of what it actually is. But yeah, there won't be ads in it or anything. This is like purely, there's no money being made there. It's just showing cool videos because, I don't know, basically like the producer library or something, just trying to give more attention to people that actually deserve it. Or something. I need to watch what I say on stream. Don't want to say too many mean things about what may or may not be on YouTube, but yeah. I'm sure you're all aware that there are a lot of things that maybe aren't the highest quality and maybe don't necessarily have your best interest in mind. Or kind of sensationalist or whatever. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I've been thinking about doing interviews. Like interviewing people, because I know a bunch of plugin developers now. And I kind of want to, but I feel like I'd need to kind of make sure that they're actually willing to talk about their plugins in depth, because I kind of want to know how exactly they work. And I feel like sometimes that's stuff that developers understandably don't really want to leak too much, because maybe someone will copy it, but others probably won't care. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. But I have too much shit to do already, so it may never happen. There's like a bunch of stuff like that. What else? 90%, we're almost there. I'm curious if this is gonna look cool. I hope it will. And yeah, yeah, exactly. Like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of the plugin market, unfortunately, is mainly about marketing budget. And so big companies can steal ideas from small companies fairly easily and just make way more money off them. So I kind of get that. Like most devs I know work for are basically indie devs and kind of work for themselves. So yeah, I've talked about this in the Discord if you want concrete examples of what I'm talking about, but I very much get that smaller devs are kind of careful about leaking their algorithms. So it should be somewhere here. I don't know how I feel about this first part. I feel like these lights are too directional, but maybe that's something to work on. Maybe I'll just put like a mirror on there. So I feel like it's a bit boring, like it stays the same for a bit long. I have some more clips I recorded tonight, and I might just put those in there, kind of few more cuts basically. So like maybe keep the same effect on there, but switch out base material. Wasn't that a glitch? That's like some... That's interesting, this pixelation here. Maybe that's just from the compression of my phone camera or something. I mean, it's kind of cool, I don't mind it. Also feel like I could amp up the audio reactivity. Like I feel like it could move a bit more with the audio. This bit is the coolest, but maybe I should put a warning on the video. This looks a bit cheesy. This also looks a bit cheesy. I feel like you see a lot of amateur rap videos that have this edge detect effect. So maybe I should obscure that a bit more. I like the blue flickers. I feel like because, I mean, that's the kind of thing that only audio people will care about, but I feel like because the audio follower is low pass filtered, to kind of get the average, the transient response is kind of shit, because basically it gets an attack and a release time, and I wish you could smooth it in a way that just has a release time. Give it some look ahead. I feel like the syncing would look better. I like that cut. Yeah, I mean, it works. There's some stuff you could improve, and I might also not. Because my priority right now really is getting the song to sound good. And I feel like there's some mixing stuff it still needs. But yeah, I think that's a decent video. It does the job. I'm getting a little bit better at video making, so yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. So I hope, I don't know, you got something out of that. If only the idea that you don't actually need to know what you're doing. Yeah, I kind of like that. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just importing random clips into DaVinci Resolve and kind of works. Like, you kind of don't need to overthink everything. Just do random bullshit and it'll do. Sometimes. Can always get smart later. Or just never. I'll probably never get smart on this. I don't really